If you've been manifesting for what feels like a very long time, I'm going to show you today why that is and how to change it. If you've been manifesting for what feels like a very long time, I'm going to show you today why that is and how to change it. But first, let me say hello. Welcome, everyone. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? If you're new here, my name is Kimberly, and I am obsessed with manifestation and obsessed with getting what I want. And I show up on this channel on all forms of myself, including the just getting out of bed self. To everyone else, hello, my fellow limitless, flawless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely, lovely day? How are you all? I would love for you, if you're new, to please subscribe and come back and see me. We discuss how to get what we want here. And if you would like to work with me, let me fill you in on some basic bitch. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching information is in the screens that just went by or the Dropbox below. I just screwed up my own intro. I literally have been up maybe 20 minutes. So I'm feeling judged. Again, if you're new, I know there's a lot of catchphrases on this channel. A judge is uplifting, is changing life, right? It's bringing us in the awareness of we really can be, do, and have whatever we want. So let's jump in. I'm going to skip the usual intros this morning, and I want to just get to it. If you've been manifesting for a very long time, or what you personally feel as an individual is a very long time, I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to show you how to get yourself out of that endless cycle, that endless loop. First, facts based upon reason and the evidence of the senses which oppose the idea seeking expression, rob you of the belief in the reality of the invisible state. But faith is the evidence of things not seen, and through it good calleth those things which be not as though they were. Romans 4:17. Call the thing not seen, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This is all from Neville Goddard, just so you know, in case you're interested. You are more than likely, right now in this moment, embodying the version of yourself that is still experiencing lack. You are still experiencing and believing that you are yourself that is not seeing change in the 3D. And so listen to how simplistic that sounds. So right now in this moment, or over time, as you have been concerned that things are not changing out here, you have been interpreting your 3D reality through logical, literal eyes. Logical, literal. Every single one of us has our own conditioning on how we should be living our life, seeing our world, interpreting our world. We are all conditioned, and every single one of us has a little different tweak on that conditioning. You've been believing that life is a specific way out in this 3D. You've been believing it. You've been in the habit of looking at life like that, or through the lens of the same version of yourself. That's your issue. The idea of manifestation, and to truly change your life and to truly experience your desires, The idea is for you to step back and realize who you really are. And who you really are is consciousness, pure, unadulterated, limitless, flawless consciousness. Another name for that is God. Another name for that is universe, higher power, or source energy. But it's consciousness. That's who you really are. Most of us think that we have this subconscious mind that we have to break through to rid ourselves of our limited beliefs and conditioning. And then we get caught on a cycle of breaking out of that conditioning, but never really breaking out because we're really identifying as that limited version of self, and you are not limited. So for example, if you've been manifesting a specific person and that person really isn't changing, you're not seeing them show up and truly choosing you. Maybe they're showing up and you're experiencing hot and cold behavior with them. And that is only because of who you've been identifying yourself as. And I know some of us have been on this journey and are very, very well aware of all of the typical cliche verses, the typical cliche phrases that we all use in this manifestation community. The problem is we become numb to those phrases because we're so used to hearing them. We become numb to them and we forget the real meaning. So in this moment, if you've been on this journey and you're frustrated that you're not seeing change, I want you to really ask yourself, what have you been really focusing on the last few days? Just a few days, maybe just the last 24 hours, maybe the last week. What have you really been thinking? What have you really been thinking about yourself? What have you really been thinking about your specific person? And ask yourself, have you been looking at your 3D through that limited, flawed viewpoint or perception? When you take a step back and go inward and realize who you really are as consciousness, you will see out here this 3D is literally like the matrix. It's a predefined by your old thoughts, the old awareness, the old view of who you believed you were. That's all this is out here. So to change your 3D, to change the matrix, you start now to see it through that lens and realize it's been a habit. When you step back and put the focus on who you really are believing you are, things will change out here because you can only experience what you are aware of being. It might sound a little ironic, but it's not. So if you're manifesting a specific person and they haven't changed, it's because you keep identifying as the version of you that is manifesting a specific person and nothing has changed. So instead, put the focus on being the version of yourself who is in complete awareness that this 3D is showing you change, that this 3D is showing you evidence every single day that you are on the bridge of incident, or you are in the unfolding of that exact manifestation. When you take that step back and you stop identifying as, I don't have my manifestation yet, it's not here yet. When you stop that habit and you really decide, I am the me that is having my manifestation. I am having it. I am that version of myself. If you're manifesting a relationship, then you are the version of yourself that is experiencing love, that is experiencing feeling chosen, feeling wanted, knowing that you are desired. you take the step back and stop connecting to your 3D. The 3D has been telling you that you're not any of those things, and you've been believing it from the habit, from the old conditioning of believing every single thing you think, you hear, you see, you touch in the 3D. You're breaking out of that matrix. So if you want change, you have to be the change. And to be the change, you put your awareness on a different spot in consciousness. So your awareness has been on the spot in consciousness of you being limited, of you being stuck in a 3D reality where you don't get the love you want, or you don't get the money you want, or whatever it is you are manifesting. You've been seeing yourself still planted, stuck as old self. Place the awareness on being the you that is aware that you've become new self, that you are that new self now, despite the 3D. We always, when manifesting something specifically, we always deny our senses from this 3D to get the change. I'm not speaking from reading a Neville Goddard book. I'm speaking from living this, from experiencing this. This is how you get things to change. Placing your awareness on that change, on the new you. And new version of specific person will absolutely appear in your reality. Because everything out here is just a projection of you. And if you are now the new you, the you that has your desires, then specific person has to reflect that. Or your bank account has to reflect the new you. Or your physical 3D body has to reflect your new perfect health. Everything is always based on what you are aware of being from consciousness. Close your eyes. Close your eyes right now. What is seeing through those closed eyes? What are you seeing when you close your eyes? Even if it's just darkness, what are you seeing? You're still interpreting that you're seeing that darkness. That is you. That is consciousness. Remove this meat suit. You are still consciousness. You've just been placing your awareness on a lack-filled version of yourself. Start practicing this. Start deciding this every day, that you are this new self. Have fun with it. Allow yourself to get into your imagination and imagine yourself living with your manifestation. Allow yourself to see yourself as having your manifestation, embodying it, stepping into it, and you're going to see things change. And just so you're aware, when I bring up stepping into it, feeling it, thinking about what it would be like to have it right now, these are not things that you have to be perfect at. They just help you. They are tools to help you feel more comfortable in your new self. That's it. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.